Hi everyone, we just want to inform you that we are now live on YouTube. Again, kindly share this live with your friends and colleagues. Once again, this is Alpha TV making you hashtag significantly better. All right, so today's event is made possible with the help of our supportive and generous sponsor, of course, IXL. CIE Review Center, get an additional 500 off if you are a graduate of any Alpha Premium program. CI IEXL CIE Review Center. Blessed PH. It's not about the product they sell, but the words we share. Blessed PH, stay blessed. Startup Podcast PH. To us, the first Filipino cloud-based analytics platform. Get your free 90-day trial offer. Just visit their website at alpha2us.com for more updates. All right, again, good evening, Alpha Nation, sa ating Team Zoom and Team YouTube right now. Welcome again to Alpha TV in pursuit of knowledge and continuous improvement with ASLEX PH Academy. I am Engineer Melanie Madrigal, the Chief Marketing Officer of ASLEX PH, and we are all happy to have you here tonight. So, ayan, without further ado, it is my pride and honor, of course, to introduce our guest speaker for tonight. All right. He is a graduate of Master in Business Administration and Bachelor in Commercial Science major in Finance at Jose Rizal University, Diploma course in Strategic Human Resource Management at Ateneo Center of Organization Research and Development, Diploma course in Training and Development Management at De La Salle College of St. Benilde. For his School of Professional and Continuing Education, he has 6 years training supervisor at Nissan Universal Motors Philippines, 5 years program manager at Meralco Development Center, 2 years training and OD head at RCBC Savings Bank, 2 years consultant at Barker Hoffman International Consulting, 3 years regional leadership development manager at Travel Asia Region, 2 years leadership development consultant at First Pacific Leadership Academy, 6 years of organization development consultant at Civil Service Institute, 4 years freelance leadership coach, trainer, facilitator, and consultant, 4 years at Alpha Senior Consultant and Leadership and Management. Year 2020, he has American Board of Neurolinguistic Programming Associate Practitioner. 2017, this Distinguished Toastmaster by Toastmaster International. 2017, published ebook in Amazon. The title is The Power of Teams. And 2014, Lean Six Sigma Bronze Certified. And of course, lastly, 2006 Certificate of Excellence for Outstanding Student in Training, Development, and Management. All right, if everyone, please help me welcome our guest for tonight, none other than Coach Rai Cruz for the topic Human-Centered Certified Coaching. All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach Rai.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi,
So
Coach Rai.
welcome to
The floor is yours na po.
yes, so pleasant evening, mga ka-alpha, and great learning session tonight. Again, thank you very much for joining us for this learning endeavor. So consider yourself as lifelong learners, by attending and learning things about everything which is now about the human-centered coaching. So yung people who are interested or just wants to know about coaching and its uses. So this is the best time for you to learn something that would bring value to you. And thank you very much for our sponsors as well as ASLEX PH Academy for sponsoring this learning session for free. No, in order for you guys to learn more, be more, and best of all, be significantly better. So we can only be significantly better by learning new skills. And with that, let's go on learning, no, about human-centered certified coaching. So I'll just share my slides. Okay, so ayan. You can clearly see my slides. So welcome, no, mga ka-alpha, to human-centered coaching. So tonight we will just learn three things. First is why, no? Why HC3 or human-centered coaching? We'll be showing you mega trends that shape the leadership landscape of today and tomorrow. Why is it needed? No, yung coaching. Coaching itself, and particularly the framework that I've developed, which is human-centered coaching. And later on, you'll discover, no, marami palang coaching methodologies and coaching styles, as well as types, no, of coaches. And most importantly, ang sabi nga, no, from a quote, the learning, no, is best learned by applying it. No? Or the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So learning is learned best, no, when you apply it in your own personal or professional work that you do. Ayan, so that's why we'll discover what and how of HC3. No? HC3 stands for human-centered coaching. So ano ba tong mga new concepts that I need to learn, and how can I immediately apply the learning that could add value to what you're currently doing, either personal or professional. All right. So let's start. Now let's start by defining or understanding, no, does coaching work, or why, no, in our present day and age, why coaching is the right approach, no, in terms of equipping ourselves to be better leaders. So let's first see, no, how coaching works. And how coaching works, nakita natin yan. No? We could see in a sports setting, as you could see in the picture on the left side. No? That's is the most coaching, and also the highest paid coaching, which is found in sports coaching. No, for even centuries ago, no, even hindi pa yung uso yung mga sports like basketball, football, times of the Greeks pa, during the gladiators, they also have a coach, no, to train them, not only to train them, but also to like motivate them in order for them to be good fighters or to have a good show during the gladiator time. Yeah, and now it's more popular, no, for athletes to be coached so that to achieve peak performances. So it's really very evident, no, in terms of the effectiveness of coaching. How does it impact? No, you could see champion teams, players playing at their best. A good example of this is kasi ako mahilig sa basketball, no? So I could give an example is si Phil Jackson as a champion coach, having 13 rings or 13 championships from the time of the Bulls era in the 90s until on the mid 2000, the Lakers, no, and prior to that, he has also win no, mga championships, and have really worked with the best players as a sports coach in basketball. Ayan. So it really works, no? Coaching really works in terms of really igniting that full potential. So sa tingin nyo ba, if hindi si Phil Jackson yung coach ng Bulls or ng Lakers, they could win the championships? So might not, no? They may not win the championships because of the framework na ginamit no ni Coach Phil Jackson is the triangle offense, no, where he perfected it and using the great diversity of players that he has from the Bulls time to the Lakers time. No, they maximize their talents and in effect they have achieved championships. No, and one of the players of the Chicago Bulls during that time was Dennis Rodman. So Dennis Rodman is a may lahing Filipino yun, no? Half Filipino, yung mami niya is a Filipina. And his dad was a half black African American. And yun, may attitude problems, no? But when the coach Phil Jackson was the one handling him, so parang na-gel niya yung team, no? By adding this person who can do the rebounds, no, in a basketball game. So it really works, no? Coaching really works. That's a good, concrete, and evident example that coaching really works. It's also works, no? Most especially, no, hindi lang sa sports, kasi yung sa sports coaching is more of really they have the aside from the scientific methodology, it's more of the coach bringing the expertise dun sa players. Not only the expertise but also motivating them, no? But in the workplace or professional coaching that we are more familiar with, it's more of really empowering, no? Empowering the individual or the client or the coachee in order for them to reach their full potential on their own. No? So ano ba yung role ng coach dyan? It's really about bringing in, no, the so-called discovery or aha moments for the coachee. So like a great analogy is for example is if you want to climb a mountain, no, if you want to climb the Mount Everest or Mount Apo na lang in a Philippine setting, what are the, alam mo na, no, you have a plan on your own, but how can you, like for example, validate and check if that is the right plan or goal that you are going, no? So the job of the coach in a workplace or professional setting is not to tell you that you need to trail this, to do that, or give you advices. Ang work talaga ng coach on a professional workplace setting is really just to guide, no, by eliciting questions. Of course, before you elicit the questions, you need to listen, no? Listen very well. So hindi lang yung ano, no? Hindi lang yung basta na listening na you hear out what they say, but it's more of really active, intentional, no? Active and intentional listening. Because from the listening, that's where you process and formulate the right questions in order for the person to realize, I didn't think of that, no? Or yun yung mga aha moments nila that, I see. So I think I need to divert. Like for example, if you're going to Mount Apo or trekking there, so I need to take route B rather than route A. because it's more depending on the client if he wants it to get faster from point A to point B, or if he wants to go on to the journey, to experience the journey more by seeing more sights. So depending on the coachee or the client. And as good evidence of this is that you could see, the great thinkers of our time like Steve Jobs, the founders of Google, no, Steve Jobs of Apple. These people, no, have a coach. Same as great leaders like Alan Mulally of Ford Motors, America Worldwide. No, he has this great coach named Marshall Goldsmith, wherein he can act as a soundboard. No, iba yung may soundboard like someone who could hear you out without judgment or bias, and also an accountability partner. No, so that's the real role of the coach, is to listen, to ask questions, and to challenge if needed, no, the person, so that he could achieve his or her highest potential. Of course, without saying or telling to do this and that. But the person, after that coaching session, should be able to realize that he himself, no, needs to do it. And the coach just do some check-ins para to see, no, what's the progress? How did it go? Did it work? Did it not work? So, bakit ganun yung proseso? It's because each and every individual is unique, no? We are variable, no? We have different variables as humans. We have our own lenses, no? As we see the world. So parang kung ikaw, you see the lens in color blue, like if you're gonna compare it sa shades, no? Ray-Ban shades, color blue, yun yung nakikita mo. That's how you see your world. You have a different perspective on seeing things. You have a different environment, different condition. No, each and every one of us is unique. So that's why the empowerment goes to the coachee, because they need to be the one to do it, and discover what they need to do through the coaching process. Yeah, so that's how real coaching works. So hindi yung coaching na like familiar in the setting natin is yung iba, no? Sometimes they scold the person, they give advice, they share. Sharing, no, it's part of it, but like telling the person that you need to do this, to do that, it's not coaching. Because bakit hindi ganon? Because if you do that, what will happen is, if things don't work, no, ikaw pa yung sisisihin kasi sabi ng coach ko gawin ko to 1 2 3, hindi nag-fail, so kasalanan pa ni coach, no, in a workplace setting, but in a sports setting it's different. You have to do this routine 1 2 3 to strengthen your muscle. May mga ano yun routine and scientific basis, so it's really a different ball game pagdating sa workplace professional coaching. Really, the accountable is not the player, but the person or the workplace employee to do what he needs to do. Yun. All right. And according to a research done by Center for Creative Leadership, coaching really works. And as you can see, they've surveyed about 50,000 leaders across the globe. And as you can see, yung comparison between who attended and who did not attend coaching. You could see in the survey, no, or comparison that they have, that mas malaki talaga, no, in terms of commitment to my organization has increased after a coaching session. I'm more effective as a leader. No, my job performance has improved. Mas malaki yung ano niya, no, yung ratio. Then the lessons I learned in the programs are relevant to the challenges, as well as I've been able to apply the learn, no, and learn at my work or at my job. And another parang source, no, where you could also check. So I've chosen, no, you could see hindi siya mga coaching organization ba kasi bias yun eh, no? Pag yung coaching organization like International Coaching Federation ang or other coaching organization nag-research. So syempre may bias yun sa coaching. So I've chose different references like Center for Creative Leadership, as well as Harvard Business Review, no, where they see, no, a recent post last 2021 that we really need coaching nowadays. No? Why? Because of the first is the pandemic, the effect of the pandemic. And the effect of that is that you could see the picture below. Ayan, no? From point A to point B, very complex. No, very complex na. So leaders may not, no, may not pwedeng soluhin nila, no, yung problema from point A to point B. They cannot consult their teammates. They can consult, of course, their teammates anytime, but in terms of challenging them as well as interacting to them like a body, no, that's the role of the coach. So kasi after pandemic there has been very complex, no, naging complex yung mundo natin by switching to the digital age, and now we're realizing more yung ating AI, yung AI tools such as ChatGPT, Bard by Google, and even the big, no, search engines have already have their own integrated artificial intelligence tools, no, AI tools, where we could utilize. So in effect of this, disrupted, no, and very complex yung thinking. So the leader has a issue in terms of being well, someone gusto niya yung someone may makakausap siya in terms of sounding board, as well as a person who could enlighten him on things, no, on the issues that he is facing. Ang principle kasi in coaching is that we believe, no, that each and every coachee that we have, they're already capable on their own. It's just a matter of really unearthing and discovering, no, what specific issue or solution will that person, no, have within him. Kasi minsan, di ba, tayo hindi natin, hirap tayong masagot, no, kung ano yung mga things that we need to do. So we need to someone, a person or a coach to talk to, and to give it to them, you know, give to that person without bias and judgment, to not to tell us, but rather to make us realize, no, na, oh, I see, I need to really learn this. No, I need to really focus on this. But the coach does not tell, no, na this is what you need to do. The coach just listens very well to your context, ask questions, great questions, and after asking that great questions, challenging you on what you need to do, then setting the goals, no, on what you need to do, and after that, of course, what are the things that you promise to do to change for the better? Yon. And yun nga, yung accelerating of change, no, is very fast nowadays. And that has been a issue or problem. So masyadong burnout tong mga leaders natin, no? As of now, that they tend to really be confused, overwhelmed. So they need someone, no, to talk to and to clear out these things, to vent out the things that they need to tell or they need to say, to put it out of their chest, no, to manage the emotions as well that they are undergoing because of feeling of being overwhelmed. Ayan, so why HC3 or human-centered coaching? So first we need to see, no, that there are different types of coaching. Ang dami, no? Ang daming types of coaching. Also methodologies. No, there is what we call stakeholder-centered coaching by Marshall Goldsmith. No, it's about really a 7-step process wherein you need to ano yun, to put in charge the stakeholders, no, about the person doing what he or she is doing. Yung feedback will come from the stakeholders. So, for example, I'm a leader. I have a team. Also, I have an immediate superior. I have a direct reports. No, yun nga yung team members ko. For example, I'm a team leader. I have my direct reports as team members. I have a peer colleague who has the same as my position, and I have an immediate manager or superior. So all of those are the stakeholders that you work with. Sila yung magbibigay ng feedback sa'yo or magko-coach sa'yo in a sense through the tools used, no, through the stakeholder coaching. Ayan, we also have the below, no, yung coactive coaching model. So it's more of a skill helper model. And then we have the famous, ito yung isa sa pinaka-famous framework using, no, as a coach, which is the GROW model. No, we start with a goal, then we understand what's your reality. For example, goal is to shoot or to have, in terms of playing basketball, to have 20 points per game. Reality, you're just averaging 10 to 15 points. No, options. So options would be to practice, no, daily shooting on the 3-point area with 103 points, no, 23 points on the corner, then 23 points on the center, then 23 points again on the right side corner. Yan. So practice yun yung mga options. And then way forward, what you need to do, like you will do this every day, once, twice a week. So yun yung sample ng GROW. And yung Oscar and Fuel, most likely, they also originated from this framework GROW, no, by yung coaching for performance. Ayan, yun yung that's where the GROW model came from. And then we have this yung International Coaching Federation, wherein they have coaching competencies. Ayan, yung foundation, which is demonstrating ethical practice. Then you have the co-creating the relationship, cultivating the learning and growth, then communicating effectively. So that mostly deals with the skills, no, on how to really, yun yung standards, how can we coach or be an effective coach. Then we also have the somatic coaching. Somatic coaching naman is more of really using the body, no, body-mind connection in a coaching session, and narrative coaching, which is being at the moment. No, how do we practice or master presence, no, while in a coaching session? And yun nga sabi ko, no, there are different types of coaching. There's life coaching, which mostly deals with personal and professional issues of an individual. So like me, no, I could coach people either if they're struggling on a personal level or in a professional level as well, dun sa workplace that they are undergoing to. Then there's also executive coaching. So executive coaching is more of coaching leaders in particular. So those middle managers and executives in an organization. Yan yung tinatawag na executive coaching. There's also financial coach, no? I think Melay, our chief marketing officer, is also a financial coach. We also have ito lang yung ano somehow typical types of coaches, but meron pa marami pang different coaches. There's our mental coach, etc. and so forth. So this one, the next is a business coach. So the one who helps business owners to, especially yung mga startups, no, to grow and achieve, no, the business goals. And we also have yan. If you're working out in a gym, or if you want to maintain your health, no, sa mga health coaches, we call them yan, yung mga health coaches. Or diet. And there's also a spiritual coach. No, wherein they inflict spirituality through meditation, through certain exercises such as yoga, no, for you to be more mindful and spiritual. And so ang dami, no? And what HC3 or human-centered coach is different from all of this. Actually, it's not different, but it's on the center of all of this. So how? Because this methodology is divided into two, the mindset and the skill set. So the mindset first, no, because everything starts with the mind. No, we need to have this mindset of putting the client or the coachee on center stage. So yun yung pinaka-importante. We revolve around the needs of the client. So if the client is on the on his personal level in terms of ano yung issue niya now, yun yung gusto niya ma-address, is we work on that. So yung mga pinakita natin na methodologies a while ago, they are just guides, no? We could use them as guides. So it's not applicable. No, not applicable to all coaching types or all coaching scenarios or situation. But what is applicable is you need to be centered and grounded on the client. Now, what the client needs. So yun yung kakaiba din sa framework natin, which is human-centered coaching. We put the client on center stage. We revolve around the client needs. So whether I will do somatic coaching, narrative coaching, it depends. No, whether what the client is experiencing right now. Rather than, ang problema kasi dun sa mga ibang coaching models is that we focus so much on the process, no, rather than focusing on the person, no, on what the person's situation is. Sometimes, you know, na experience ko before when I was a new coach, you are inclined, no, more on the process rather than being present at the moment with the client, and really understanding, listening, and asking great questions, so in order for him or her to have that aha moment or discovery of what needs to be done. No, so sometimes we are so engrossed with the process. It's just a guide. No, it is very helpful, but it is only a guide that could help us be more scientific, no, or be more step by step in approach. But it doesn't necessarily addresses, no, depending kasi. There are many variations and variables, no. Yun yung ano that is what is tricky about being human, no. It's you don't really know, no, na kung ano yung magiging situation nung isang tao once you are in a coaching session. No, there might be nagkaroon ng accident doon sa isang coaching mo, coachee A, doon sa coaching B naman, pwedeng cool lang siya, no? Cool in a sense na chill lang siya, wala siyang problema, wala siyang masyadong iisip. Then coachee or client C, pwedeng ano siya, yung personality naman niya, he's a very curious person na tanong ng tanong, no? Or meron naman si coaching D na tahimik. No, it's really no, each and everyone has different personality. No, so what the focus of human-centered coaching is really putting the client first. No, what his or her situation is, and that's where we work on. And then from there, the skill set, no, it's focusing on the interaction rather than being proactive, no, in terms of what the future, no, can bring to what the person or the coachee, the client can be in the future. So focus on the interaction, meaning it's a skill set, no? Because first, number one of the tools that is needed there is listening, no? And listening is not a natural, no? Hearing yun eh. Iba yung hearing sa listening. Hearing is when you hear something, then you process it, no? Or pumasok sa isang tenga, labas sa kabilang tenga. But listening is more of a skill in terms of yun yung mga things, no, that we didn't study, no, during our academic years in school, no. So it's really a skill. Listening is really a skill, from reading the body language, the facial expressions, yung mga paraphrasing. It's both an art and a science, and it's a skill, no, to be learned. Yung tinatawag natin na active listening, that's where we want to go as a coach, no, to see really what the person intends to, because sometimes, no, or rather most of the times in a coaching session, people are just saying yung symptoms, no, but not the root cause. So that's why we need to listen very well and ask questions, no, in order to dig deeper. Ano talaga yung root cause ng issue niya? So that in order for you not to resolve it, for him to resolve it, but from your insightful reflection of asking questions, of sharing certain experiences, or sharing an analogy or metaphors, the coachee could understand that, I see. Now, it's clear that I need to do this. 1, 2, 3. Na it came from the coachee or the client and not you as a coach. Ayan. So, what is HC3 or human-centered coaching? Well, yun nga, as I've said, it's a coaching process that is composed of two things. Mindset, the coaching is putting the client on the center stage. So it revolves around the client needs and requirements, giving them the priority areas where you need to focus on as a coach. And second, it's a skill set of during the interaction or coaching session, you have those skills, no, for them to be engaged. And to be engaged, you need to have that active listening, asking great questions, and following up, no, what needs to be follow up, as well as understanding what the root cause of the problem or issue he or she is undergoing with. Then the next stage would be exploring, no? Exploring the possibilities by focusing on the future, by being present, no, yung mastering the presence during a coaching session, as well as use of metaphors and certain assessments so that the person would check and understand and know what the reality is or what options he or she may have. Then goes to the energy. The energy is equivalent to emotions. No? Emotions, no, that drives us. And emotions are really a powerful tool to utilize. No? If we could only understand this emotion and redirect it for us to be more motivated. And from there comes the enlightenment. We come to that aha moment or discovery moment, no, wherein we see, so yun pala, I get it. No? Now I understand na ito yung kailangan kong gawin. Because if that happens, the accountability and the solution came from the coach or client itself and not dictated or directed to him or her. And most likely, if he has that accountability, most likely that will happen. No, kasi it came from the person itself. And yun nga, no, the only, if you want to change, you cannot really change a person. Only he or she has the capability to change him or herself. You could just influence, no? But the ultimate measure or ultimate change could only happen to the person itself, diba? Like for example, if me, I want to have a great body, you will not do push-ups for me, no? I will be the one to do the push-ups, the weightlifting, in order for me to have a great body. No? So that's the power of coaching belief, to be enlightened. And at the center of it, yun nga, having this empathy or compassion leadership, wherein you need to really attune yourself to the coach or client situation or needs. And this is anchored into the three great principles. First is positive psychology. No, it's an approach, no, in psychology. Kasi before, ang pag sinabing psychology, it's more of really mental illness. It's more of healing, no, or reactive. Yung approach niya, it's more of may disorder, mental disorder yung person. That's why we need psychologists, psychiatrists. But now, with this concept of positive psychology, we are proactive, no, in terms of having that person being concerned dun sa well-being, no? How does this person create more purpose, create more engagement, resilience, and kindness, no? Through the science of living a good life. Yan, so nandyan yung discovering your strengths, solutions, strengths referring to character strengths, no? Meron yan yung sa dun sa VIA, no? VIA is a tool wherein we could see the strengths of our character strengths, and that translates how can we be more resilient, how can we be more purposeful, how can we be more happy in our lives. So yan yung anchor ng human-centered coaching. Also, we have yung human-centered design as also a principle for the framework or the human-centered coaching, and emotional intelligence as well. No, how we manage our emotions. Yun nga kasi energy is composed of these emotions. No, kung mapapansin nyo, if you are angry, no, parang there's a certain rush, adrenaline rush, no, that comes into your brain. Or if you're sad or excited, no, pag excited, no, yan may adrenaline rush. But if you're sad, ayun, yung low, no, nagiging low yung energy mo. So how can we translate, refrain, and use those emotions, identify them, know them, and how can we apply it or reverse it, reframe it instead of a demotivator to a motivating factor. And that is possible through the use of emotional intelligence using the 6 seconds method. No? Why 6 seconds? Kasi that's the time, no? When the emotion reach, if something triggers our emotions, that's how fast, no? That emotion affects or goes to our brain. 6 seconds in order for us to process it, either to react on it. When we react on it, that's yun yung no, if we see a bear in a mountain, so our tendency is either to flight, tumakbo, or fight, labanan yung bear. No, so that's where the 6 seconds yun, from the circumstance or situation, then we process it within that 6 seconds time frame. And this was popularized, no, by Daniel Goleman. No, meron din siyang framework, yung self-awareness, self-management, and from doing that, we have the managing others and relationship management. All right, so how does HC3 works? It really works given the clients, no, that I've handled, coaches as well from different organizations, multinational organizations such as San Miguel, Coke, IOM, UN organization, ADB, Accenture. So it really works on the coaching process on step 1 before the coaching conversation, then during the coaching conversation, and after the coaching conversation. So that's the anatomy of how do we implement the HC3 or human-centered coaching. So before the coaching conversation, we need to have that specific coaching mindset or practice in order to be more human-centered by having the breathing exercises, visualization. Ayan. Then during the coaching conversation is having that active, no, and empathetic listening techniques in order for us to ask great questions. And then step 3, after the coaching conversation, of course, there needs to be a thorough follow-up and to capture, no, what has been said, as well what needs to be done with the coachee to achieve his or her goal that he or she have set. And the coach just help him or her crystallize and realize what are the things that he or she needs to do. All right. So that is what human-centered coaching is all about. And I hope that you learn something out of this learning session for you to be more significantly better as a coach, leader, and mentor. No, because the concepts and principles we're sharing here is not only applicable, no, for coaches, but also you can apply it, no, as if you're a parent, no, coaching your children, or if you're as children or a son or a daughter having a difficult relationship with your parents or siblings could be also applicable in your love life. If you have issues with your girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife, so you could use these principles in order for you to live a flourishing and happy life. That's the ultimate goal, no, of I think anything that you learn is for you to apply it and to achieve uh, happiness in whatever you do. All right. So that concludes my presentation or learning session for tonight. So, ayan, back to you, our host. Stop share ko na.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Rai, for that very informative talaga at detailed presentation lagi pag si Coach Rai, no? So let me just share my screen. Ayan. Everyone, our Q&A part for Alpha TV is officially here now. So make sure you can make the most out of it since Coach Rai is here and he's lending his precious his precious time for us. And Coach Rai, wait natin baka may question ng ating participants right now. I guess I have one question here. Wait. Yan, Coach Rai, what are the difference between the traits of a coach and a leader?
A coach and a healer. Tama
Leader
ba?
po, leader.
Leader. Well, a coach is coach and a leader, no? A leader is someone who is you're a leader if someone follows you. If you influence people, then you're a leader. Then a coach naman is like you're a guide for people on their journey either to their professional or personal lives to be more effective on those aspects. Yun. So yun yung difference. So if you're a leader, someone should follow you. Yun yung pinaka number one premise, no? Because if you don't have a follower, you're not a leader. Diba? Or you can just lead yourself, but leader per se, you're not an effective leader because you only lead yourself. So that leading yourself extends to other people. No, people should follow you. Yung coach naman yun nga, it's more of really a guide and or a helper for you to have a better professional and personal life in goals that you want to achieve. Yeah. So I hope I answered that question. Yeah.
I guess na-answer naman po, very clear naman po yun, Coach Rai. So ayan guys, again, you may type in your question in the comment section on YouTube and here on Zoom. So ayan, I will read them for you guys. And while waiting for the question to pop in, you may also raise your hand on the lower part of the screen. Ayan, pindutin nyo lang yung raise hand dyan if you want to speak and ask
very
question.
Insightful.
Ayan guys, I have one question pa here, Coach Rai, privately questioned. So ayan, can you share an example of how you have applied human-centered coaching principles to help a client or to help a client achieve their goals?
Ayan, so yun, great question. So for example, I have this client, no, he is a 50 plus year old employee and has this middle manager position. So ang dilemma sa kanya is he doesn't anymore believe in in training kasi ang dami na niyang experience eh. Ang dami na niyang he has actually 25 years of service sa organization that he belongs to. So until he was put on a coaching session with me. So we had 12 coaching session for 3 months. No, that's equivalent to weekly. We have a weekly coaching sessions, and yun nga, no, by applying the human-centered coaching approach, uh, engaging by having this strong engagement with that person by listening, asking great questions, and then exploring, no, the possibilities of what he could do. Ano mas personalized, mas iba yung approach, mas customized based on his issues and needs. No, so by applying those things, nagkaroon siya ng ano, no, enlightenment. Of course, at first, no, medyo hesitant siya, medyo ano na naman to, sayang na naman oras ko dito. Ano na matagal na ako dito sa work that I do eh. Hindi na ako ano, kumbaga bata pa si Isabel, ito na yung ginagawa ko. Bakit kailangan kong makinig or matuto pa? So there was a great enlightenment to him na yun nga, after that applying the human-centered coaching, it's that ano na siya, no? Actually, he was very energetic after siguro 2 to 3 sessions. Dun sa mga things that we are learning into, very ano na siya, active. There was a 360-degree transformation because of, I think it's yung ano no, yung very customized and personalized yung learning. So para lang kasi kami nagkukwentuhan, but in effect, he learned something, no? He discovered something na mas effective pala yung ganitong ano, ganitong methodology instead of yun nga training, yung classroom training or our webinars, because ano, no, mas lalo siyang naging accountable for himself on learning more. No, parang na-trigger yung something sa kanya even at his age, even at his ang tagal na niya sa company, no, he now strives to learn more. And yun nga, no, during after the 2 to 3 coaching session, siya na mismo talaga yung ano, excited after each coaching session, looking forward siya kung ano na naman yung mga matututunan namin on the next coaching session. And siguro one trigger then is because of yung empathy, no, na build yung trust and yung ano, yung relationship namin na as a coach and coachee for him to be better and learn more about things. So now, yun, he is achieving or his targets na after 3 months of coaching, and then he's very open na to learning, and especially yung paggamit ng mga digital tools, no, sa office kasi yun nga ang ano no, ang direction is for them to be digitally equipped. So I'm happy and glad that I somehow made a difference to his life, no, either personal and professional, more so dun sa professional kasi work related mostly yung concern. So that's a good example of that human-centered coaching.
Thank you so much for that nice answer, Coach Rai. So I think I have one last question here kasi as much as we want to cater all the questions, and we have limited time lang. So ito yung last question for now. How do you adapt, Coach Rai, your coaching style to accommodate different personalities, backgrounds, and individual needs?
Yun, thank you for that question. Yun nga, no, that's why it's called human-centered. You really adapt yourself to the situation of the client needs and requirements. So rather than focusing dun sa frameworks, yung maraming framework, no, that I've shown you, we focus on the moment, on the now, no, on what the current issues and concern of the client. So how do we do that? We first, of course, have that coaching mindset, no, before the coaching session, We do mindfulness exercises like breathing, like um, reflections, no, on what the recent coaching session has. So it's first preparation din talaga. It entails preparation of for you be having that clear mind. Kasi ang mahirap sometimes, no, during a coaching session, we tend to judge eh. We tend to be biased, no, on the things na ito hindi naman sabi lang niya ganito pero hindi naman niya gagawin, no. So yun yung challenge and difficult, no. So we need to manage that within ourselves. We need to be authentic na we're not judging or we're not giving in into our biases, but rather what the coach is telling. And that is possible by being mindful, being present now, by erasing no yung mga being judgmental and having that bias. So that's one practice. Another practice is yun nga no preparation and then also follow up, no, follow up in terms of having that template ready to capture, no, the most important points that you have discussed during a coaching session. And that is possible only through yun nga, you've listened very well, you've asked great questions, and after that is letting the person talk also. So yun nga, yung the power of pause din, no? So minsan kasi as sometimes we see ourselves as subject matter experts, but as a coach, no, you're there to as a human-centered coach, you're there to really listen what the client has to or is undergoing to. Yeah. So yung three things na yun.
Alright. So, bawal po ang judgmental. Tapos, listen very well.
Bawal
And
ang
of course, yeah, tama. And let the person talk also, syempre. So,
Yes,
ayan guys, thank you so much, Coach Rai. I think, ayan, a reminder lang, everyone, yung evaluation form natin will be posted later in the comment section and also on the YouTube. So now I think we're near on the last part of our event. So yeah, guys, this is the time you may say things to our very own Coach Rai for tonight. So just type it on the chat box below. So
ayan,
Coach Rai,
ang dami.
may we know po where we can connect with you on LinkedIn po ba? Ganyan.
Yes, LinkedIn, you could just search me, Coach Rai Cruz. So also on Facebook if you want to. So yan, so you could learn also dun sa mga posts that I'm like live lessons weekly on a weekend and yung mga experiences that I'm undergoing with clients, I'm also sharing their mga coaching techniques then. I'm also sharing there. So just feel free to subscribe to LinkedIn, Coach Rai Cruz, or Facebook para for you to be more updated. And of course, no, ASLEX PH Academy as our sponsor for this learning session. For you to be more significantly better, hindi lang sa coaching, but pati sa mga innovation, mga Lean Six Sigma. So yan ang expertise ng ating ASLEX PH Academy, especially for the industrial engineering. Yon.
Nice. Let's connect on LinkedIn and Facebook with Coach Rai Cruz. Ayan. And before we let go of you, Coach Rai, we also want to give us your quick parting message lang for everyone.
Ayan. So, yun nga, keep on learning guys and thank you very much for participating. Sabi nga, no, an acronym of life, LIFE, learning is forever. So hopefully that would be our mantra, no, for this 2023 and beyond to be better leaders is really learning, no, is equivalent to leading because we cannot lead if we don't know, no. We must know and extend ourselves by learning. And I'm happy, no, na nandito kayo to learn more, and be significantly better. And hopefully ma-apply niyo yung mga.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Rai. We really appreciate your time and effort for tonight. So ayan, Coach, our team will be contacting you po for the token of appreciation. So once again, on behalf of Alpha family and everyone here, thank you so much, Coach Rai, for tonight's episode of Alpha TV. Ayan guys, may I request everyone po to open their camera before we totally let go of Coach Rai. For a
Yeah.
quick photo op lang po.
Ayan, baka pwede na
Wait,
i-stop share.
stop share muna ako. Ayan. Nakapag-open
Parang
na. Ayan.
ano natin yung ating beautiful and handsome participants.
Yes. Ayan. Don't be shy, guys. Open na yung camera. Ayan, konti lang yung nag-open ng camera. Wala namang hahabol. Game. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, one more. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Coach Rai.
Have a good night. And
Good night,
happy
everyone.
birthday.
So, ayan, hindi pa po tapos, guys. Let me just share my screen again. So, ayan, for a quick, promotion of ASLEX PH courses. So, again pala, today's event is made possible with the help of our sponsors, IXL, Blessed to Us, and Startup Podcast PH. So you may also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube at aslexph.com. And also you may search www.aslexph.com for other courses that we offer. So for the online courses, we have the Yellow Belt Certification Program. So you may join our next run on July 22, 23, 29, and 30. That's Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for only 5,000 for professionals and 3,000 for students. And also, we have our self-paced version of Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt Certification. So the difference between self-paced and the public run, yung nakita nyo kanina. So self-paced is, you can finish this course anytime, anywhere you want. While ito namang public run is, meron siyang specific online coaching every Saturday and Sunday. All right, and then the Project Management Fundamental Certification, you may join the next run on July 29, that's 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Saturday for only 2,490 for professionals and students. And the Green Belt Certification Program, you may join the next run on August 5 until September 3, Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, the self-paced version of Green Belt and then the Black Belt Certification Program for only 75,000 pesos. And Kaizen Professional or Alpha CKP for only 5,000. And Data Engineer Online Certification for only 25,000. And of course, a special announcement from ASLEX PH. So we have launched the Alpha Indonesia. This is in partnership with ITCA Monica. This is the pre-certification Lean Six Sigma White Belt certification. So the target participants is students, of course, and professional. This will happen this August 12, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And then everyone can join. So meron pang free webinars. So tatlong topic, meron tayong continuous improvement in the next normal. Second is data analytics for modern professional. And then lastly is introduction to environmental, social, and governance or ESG. So ang speaker natin dyan is Sir Felix for continuous improvement. Sir Felix Beroya, data analytics, of course, our data scientist, Sir Joe Palisok. And then for the third topic is from Indonesia, Mr. Harry Gihandar, for introduction to environment, social, and governance. So that's that will happen on July 21. So I think 7 days to go na lang, guys. So ayan, mark your calendars now. That's 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. lang. And of course, this is the total self-paced certification program. You may screenshot that, guys. And of course, we have the promo of pay for 5 and pay for 4 packs and join as a group of 5. And then, of course, Aslex PH Academy is still looking for partners and ambassador. If you are a if you are a advocate of lifelong learning, this offer is perfect for you. You may just contact us or send us a message at Aslex PH Facebook page. All right, I think ito na yung pinakahintay ng lahat. I'll just paste the evaluation form here on Zoom and of course on YouTube. Ayan. Zaira, are you there? Ayan, paste na lang on YouTube itong link. Ayan. So, pwede nyo ring scan yung QR code on the screen for the evaluation form. And guys, again, follow us on all our social media accounts to keep you updated of our future announcement. So, ayan, just search Aslex PH Academy. So, ayan guys, that would be all for this event. I hope na-capture nyo na yung ating evaluation form. So fill out the attendance link form in the link. Only those with attendance details will be given an e-certificate and attendance link will close after 30 minutes. So ayan, be sure na meron po kayong Zoom details na pinilapan earlier para makapag-acquire ng e-certificate. So ayan everyone, we hate to say goodbye, but in every beginning, there is always an end. But don't be sad everyone, we just hope to see you again next Friday. Ayan, 7 p.m. again. And for another exciting episode of Alpha TV session and a free webinar like this. Once again, this is Alpha TV making your hashtag significantly better. Stay safe, everyone, and good night.